It's Tribute Tuesday, and I know I'm not in my car. The drive here was just intense. I was thinking about a lot of stuff. I've got a lot going on, so I just forgot about I forgot to film it while I was driving. I'm kind of out of breath right now because I just finished moving and reorganizing this room. It's the media room at my church. And I just nailed this extension cord across the wall of the entire room from over there. So I just want to tell you a short story about a family that I know. This event is reoccurring in my mind constantly because it's just so profound, but it's really not. It's really simple, but at the same time it's just changed so much about my perspective on life. A couple of years ago, I struggled with knowing what my purpose was, basically like in the church or for my ministry to people. I've kind of had an idea for many years what God intended for me, but I was kind of like feeling separated from everyone, feeling separated from God, and I was like, am I doing it right? Am I even, if I die right now, am I going to go to heaven? Stuff like that. So I went to the Kannan's house. They're good friends of mine. They're an Indian/American family. Their youngest son, he was 10 at the time, I think, and he has Down syndrome. First of all, that family has a lot of patience, and they're just some really chill people, and I really appreciate them a lot. But I was struggling with that thing, and when I was at the Kannans, I didn't really talk to anyone about it. I was just kind of silent and like enjoying their company and whatever. And at one point of the night, I went over to their keyboard and just started playing piano because that's what I do, either just when I want to, or when I'm stressed, or when I'm happy, or just basically anytime. If there's a piano, I'll play it. So I went over there and I just started playing the keyboard. The rest of the Kannans were in the kitchen making dinner, I think, and I was just kind of thinking to myself while I was playing piano, like, where am I right now? Like, where is God, and what am I doing? Basically, I was like, what am I doing with my life? Where is God in it? And then Keeran, the boy with Down syndrome, he's always kind of had, he's hard to understand just because of his condition. His speech is kind of slurred and mumbly, so it's hard to understand what he's saying a lot of the times. While I was playing, just thinking to myself, he's just minding his own business, just doing his thing in the living room, playing with his toys and whatever. And he stops, he walks over to me, and he says, "Hey Jordan," and I said, "What?" Kind of like I kind of got out of my spaced out zone, and I was like, what's up? And he goes, "He's in your heart." I don't usually understand what he's saying, but this was so clear to me. He said, "He is in your heart." And that the rest of that night, I was blown away. I could not speak to anyone. I was just like, it's a kind of obvious message, yes, but it was just like, God made it very clear to me that I was doing okay because a random kid with Down syndrome just minding his own business just walked up to me for no reason and said, "Jesus is in your heart." And what else do you want? I don't know what I really don't have anything else to say other than that it just blew me away. And I told the older sisters that. I was like, your brother just destroyed me. and Satara, the older sister, was like, he can do that sometimes. We don't know what it is, but he's got this gift. He just says one thing and then you're blown away and it just touches your heart. So I was kind of just crying the rest of that night, and on our way home, I think it was me, Luke, Noah, and Seth, or Steve-O and Seth. But I was sitting in the back seat with Luke. I told him that story, and I started to cry again while we were on our way home, and he started to cry too. He just like looked at me, he was like, and we were just both crying. It was awesome. But ever since then, I've had a few times where I start to doubt again, and I I kind of think to myself like, why this or why that? How come why on earth do these people like want to spend any time with me? Like, what have I done to deserve? And then Kieran comes to mind, like, instantly, just saying he's in your heart, like, it's because of him. And if I think like, am I doing it right, he's in your heart, like, it's happened so many times still, and it's just an instant like encouragement. And I no longer start to think negatively. That, like, as soon as that comes, I'm just like, oh, that's right, okay, so, and then keep going, just forget about all the negative stuff I was just thinking about. And it's been just awesome. I don't know what else to say. So, Keeran Kannan. I have a lot to do today, so I'll see you guys later.